Hi, I'm Andrew, a developer at NoviSystems, and today I'm going to show you how to create a simple machine learning model in Fusion Analytics. So I have imported here two data sets. One is going to be our training data and one is going to be our testing data. And this data represents car sales data at a dealership. Let's take a look at the data. We've got some demographics data, gender, age, annual salary, and this purchase column shows whether that person purchased a car or not. 0 for not purchased, 1 for purchased. So we'd like to train a model that tries to predict whether a person is going to purchase a car or not. So to get started, we click on Machine Learning over on the left bar, and let's create a new model. Let's give the model a name, car sales data, and the source will be the training data. Now the first thing we see here is asking us to select which fields on the table will be our features. Let's select all of them. The dependent feature is going to be the feature we're going to try and predict. Now we'll click Next. This section allows us to configure some details on the features. We don't need to change anything here. We'll just accept the defaults and hit Next. At this step, the system is going to recommend features for removal. We can see that it's recommended to remove the gender field because it's weakly correlated with the dependent feature, the purchased field. It's also recommended to remove the user ID field, obviously because that's just a unique field identifying the customer. Let's go to the next step, and now it's going to recommend which algorithm that Fusion Analytics thinks will be best for this data set. You can see here it's recommended the gradient boosting algorithm, so let's go with the recommendation. Here we can review the model, and once we finalize, we're taken to the training parameters. Depending on the algorithm selected, it'll have different parameters here. But in any case, Fusion Analytics will recommend which parameters it thinks is best. So let's go with the recommended parameters. Now the model is being trained, and once it's finished, we'll see a training report. Here we can see the accuracy is 89.7%, almost 90%. That's pretty good. Internally, this value is calculated by splitting the data into a training set and a validation set. The model is trained on the training set, and then it's validated against the validation set to get the accuracy score. Other items on the report are the confusion matrix, this classification report, and feature importance, which shows the relative importance of each field. So now we want to test this model. So let's go over to test this snapshot, and let's test it against our testing data. We choose which field corresponds to the features on our model, and we hit go. So this is our testing table. I've actually added the actual purchase values here on this table. Normally a testing data set wouldn't have predicted values. We would want the model to predict the values. But in this case, when I hit refresh, the model has added the predicted field here, so we can see it alongside the actual values. Over on View Data, we can see the actual values and the predicted values. The predicted values come from the model, and we can see that the model is pretty good. There's a few values that are different, but for the most part, it got most of them right. So that's how we can create a simple machine learning model in Fusion Analytics. We've designed the system to be very easy. You don't have to be a data scientist, and with just a few clicks, I've created a machine learning model and tested it against another dataset. If you have any questions, comments, or would like more info, please email us at info@novi.systems. Thank you.